morning. Very nice to be here with you. Very glad that you are there, taking the time to do this meditation. Today I would like to divide the meditation in kind of two parts. The first part, it will be something like we can do every day. I several times mentioned that I think we should take 5 or 10 minutes every day, and if possible in the morning, and to find a little spot, and if possible to always use the same spot, and to sit for 10 minutes and just be in silence for those 10 minutes. Nice to see you all. Nice to know that you're there. And to spend 10 minutes. And the first part of the meditation that we will do today, it will be an example of something that we could do. And basically what we will do will be allowing the moment to be as it is. Just to be together, allowing the moment to be as it is. And then the second part, we probably will go a little bit deeper. We will make a short investigation, a short search into the one that is searching, into the one that is doing the meditation, into the sense of self. So let's just start very simply. Sit in a comfortable position. Doesn't have to be on the floor. And for many of us, sitting on the floor is not an option because it's too uncomfortable, and that's okay. You can sit in a chair, but please do sit with your spine straight. Don't slouch. That's important. Keep your spine straight. Open the chest. Relax the shoulders. Keep your neck long. Try not to bring the chin up. Keep the chin down so the weight of the head stays in the neck and goes down to the trunk. It doesn't stay in the neck, but it goes down. That's what is important. Close your eyes. And simply experience this moment with the eyes closed. There is a moment right now. The moment is here. Something is happening. Even if we will say nothing is happening, then that nothing is what is happening. So just be aware, notice that something is happening. For most people, it is very rare to notice the moment with the eyes closed. We have always the eyes open except when we are trying to go to sleep, in which case we try to get away from the moment. That's the whole idea of sleeping. But right now, be aware of this moment with the eyes closed. And pay attention to the environment of this moment, your surroundings. You cannot see them, but either you can hear them or you can feel them. Just try to notice the environment in this moment. Maybe there is silence, maybe there is a lot of noise. Maybe the environment makes you feel comfortable and at peace. Maybe the environment makes you feel a bit tense and a little bit anxious. Whatever it is, notice it. And then the main step is allow the environment to be as it is. If it is peaceful and quiet, then it will be easier to allow. If it is noisy and bothering, then it may be more. But either way, for this exercise, allow the environment to be exactly as it is. Bring attention to the body. Try to relax the body. Relax your legs, relax your arms. In particular, try to relax your hands and your fingers. Don't move your hands. Notice the length of your spine, but relax the trunk. Keep your chest open, but relax your shoulders. Soften your face, soften your lips. Keep your eyes closed, but very soft. And connect to the body and allow the body to be exactly as it is right now. It's like for the next few minutes, you're going to give your body a license. The license to be exactly as it is, with no desire, just for the next few minutes, with no desire to change it in any way whatsoever. Maybe you like your body, maybe you dislike your body, it doesn't matter. For the next few minutes, it has a complete openness to be exactly as it is. You allow it. You give it the permission. and you rest in this permission. You rest in this allowing. Notice your breath. Connect to the breathing. And if your mind gets too busy, if too many thoughts take you away from the moment, simply return to the breath and just follow the breath for a few seconds. Try to use the breath as an anchor that allows you to connect to the moment. Just simply bring the attention to the breath and see how the breath connects you to the moment, connects you to now. It's truly like an anchor. And pay attention to your mind. Notice that even if you want to or you don't want to, thoughts keep coming. Memories, ideas, problems, people. The mind is often very busy. Sometimes the mind is more positive. Often the mind is quite negative. But for the next few moments, I want you to say to yourself that you will allow your mind to be exactly as it is. For the next few moments, you don't want to change nothing about your mind. You simply allow it to be exactly as it is. If you get too lost in a thought, and when you get too lost in a thought, then there is no way to do anything. It's like if you disappear from this moment. So you need to somehow you come back into the moment. This coming back is very important because the moment that you are lost in a thought, then there is no meditation really. The moment that you get lost in a thought, you are traveling in that thought. You are in the realm of that particular thought. So there is a returning to the moment. That returning is fundamental. Returning to the moment. When you return to the moment, you have this sense of, I am here. In there, you allow this moment to be as it is. You allow the environment to be as it is. You allow the body to be as it is. You allow your mind to be exactly as it is. And I would like you to spend the next few moments in this allowance, to rest in this possibility to let things to be exactly as they are. Nothing else. Nowhere else to go. Nothing to achieve, nothing to get. Even if you have many thoughts, remain aware of the many thoughts. And that's okay. You're not supposed not to have thoughts. You can have a million thoughts. It's not a problem. Just simply remain aware that the mind is very busy. Just allow this moment to be as it is. That's all. Relax your hands. Relax your face. It's like if you're floating in this moment and you just allow whatever appears, whatever comes, whatever you notice, whatever is here, you allow it to be exactly as it is. And I want you to rest in that acceptance. And if something disturbs you, a noise, a pain, something, a thought, just notice that the disturbance will take you away. But then you remember, my aim right now is simply to allow. So you even allow that disturbance. And you even allow the reaction to your disturbance. You just allow. You allow both the disturbance and your reaction to the disturbance. The disturbance comes from the world. Your reaction comes from your mind. You allow both. You allow the world. You allow your mind. Even your body is the world. for the last minute of this first part of the meditation, just simply return to the breathing, return to the sensations of your body, and just connect to the breath, connect to the body, and simply be there. Allowing the breath, allowing the body, allowing the moment to be just as they are. Come back to the breath. Now, stay where you are. Keep your eyes closed. The first part of the meditation is now over. And with practice, in time, this possibility to arrive to a space of allowing the moment to be as it is can be much faster. With practice and with a little bit of time, you can arrive quite quickly to this state of allowing. And so you can spend a few minutes every day just arriving to that space, maybe in a few seconds, in a few minutes, and then staying there. And just being there, that's all the meditation you need to do. But you need some practice to find that space of acceptance, of allowing. You don't have to accept at any other time, only for these few minutes of meditation. And if you practice this will affect your mind in a beautiful and profound way. Now, I would like to continue with this meditation. If you feel that you had enough, that's enough. Maybe you can stop the stream and just go somewhere else. If you want to stay, just allow the moment to be as it is. See that there is a quietness in this moment. And now I would like you to go back to the sounds. For example, the voice, the sound of my voice. I hear some cars out on the street. Just notice the sounds around you. And see that you have to travel a distance from yourself to the sound. Notice that the sound is apparently at a distance from you. So attention has to stretch. I want you to notice that stretch of attention from the beginning of attention to the object of, in this case, the sound. Just do that. There is a distance that attention has to travel in order to reach the sound, the object that is making the sound. Now, I want you to notice your right foot. Just notice your right foot. And see that again, there is a distance that attention has to travel to reach this right foot. Now I want you to pay attention to your left shoulder. And again, there is a distance that attention has to travel. Now, pay attention. And if you are so deep in the meditation and there is no thought that comes, then just think a thought. Like, for example, 3 plus 3 is equal 6. That's a thought. Just simply notice a thought. And see that there is a distance you have to travel to reach the thought. Attention stretches itself to reach the thought. It could be that the distance that you had to travel to reach the sound, it was further away than the distance to travel to find the food. It was a little bit closer. The distance you have to travel to notice the thought, it is even closer. Now, I would like you to notice the silence. There is silence around us in this moment. Even if I am speaking, even if you hear sounds, you can notice that there is a silence. Even to the silence, which is very, very, very close. There is a distance you need to travel from you to the silence. Just notice that. Now, I want you to notice yourself. How far do you need to go to find yourself? How far does the attention have to travel to reach yourself? Try to look for yourself. Attention is like a flashlight. So when I told you to pay attention to the sound, it's like you grab the flashlight and you point it to the sound. Then I told you to look for the food, and you got the flashlight and you pointed to the food. Then I told you to look for the thought, and you got the flashlight and you point to the thought. Each of these is closer and closer. And then I told you to look for the silence. And with this flashlight, you look for it, and it was very, very close. But now, when I tell you to look for yourself, what do you do with the flashlight? Can you point it somewhere? Can you point the attention somewhere? If you get lost in what I'm saying, if you get lost, just come back to the breath. If you get lost, there is no investigation. So don't worry for it. Simply return to the breath and return to the allowing of the moment to be as it is. Return to this peace in the moment. And then from that space, from that clarity of mind, then do this investigation. Point to the sound, point to the body, point to one part of the body, point to a thought, point to silence. And then, where will you point to find yourself? You cannot point anywhere. You are the flashlight. You are the place where attention dies. You are the source of attention. Attention can go out to anything. It can go out very far to a very distant sound. It can go far to a food. It can go far to a thought. It can even go far to silence. But where will it go to find itself? That's where attention stops. There is no more attention, there is only myself. I cannot pay attention to myself. There are no two I that pays attention to myself. You cannot pay attention to yourself. Notice that you can only be yourself. There is no attention there. There is only being. It is the only place where attention cannot reach. Even the smallest thing in the universe, the smallest thing in the universe needs attention. It needs attention. Everything needs attention. Everything, everything, everything needs attention except yourself. If you want to give it a name to yourself, then you need attention. You need attention to create the name. You need attention to notice the name that you have created, which means that the name that you give to yourself is not yourself. Anything that you give attention to is not yourself. And just for the last minute of the meditation, simply come back to the breathing. It's easier to notice something that you need to pay attention to, like a release, something that you know. Pay attention to the breath. Notice the body. Again, relax your hands. Just focus for a few seconds on the breath, the air coming in, the air going out. And just very slowly allow more air to come in, more air to go out. Start to move your shoulders. Start gently to move your head. And stretch your arms. Move a little bit your body. When you're ready, open your eyes. Take your time. I know the second part of the meditation was much more complex or difficult to stay there, to understand what to do. If you can return to it, the meditation will stay in YouTube. So if you want to, come back to it. Even come back just to the first part and get the feeling for this acceptance, this allowing, and then just do that. That's wonderful. If we can do this every day. If you want to go deeper, keep going with the meditation and try to do this investigation. It's really like discovering something new. Like if you go to a different planet and you want to discover how the rocks are made, or if there is any life, or how is the air, it's the same inside. It's an investigation, it's a discovery. In this case, it's to me the most important discovery of all. Who am I? What am I really? That is the most important, the most wonderful discovery. Because everything else depends on what I think I am. When I look at another person, I see the person, but I also see myself looking at the person. Depending on what I think I am, then I will see that person in relation to myself. When I see the world, I don't only see the world. First, I see myself, even if I don't notice. First, I see myself, and then I see the world according to how I see myself. So, there is nothing more important to me than the discovery of what I really are. And then from there, I can look out and maybe discover what is out there. But first, what am I? Who am I? Truly, really. If you have any comments or questions about what we just did, please, you can write them in the live chat. We have a few moments. If there is no questions, it's not a problem. Yes, it is not easy at all. But it is not easy, Sibyl, because we are not accustomed to do this kind of investigations. Our attention is always at grasp by the object outside. So our attention is not trained. That's it, Alexandra. The most beautiful question, the most important question. Who am I? Mm-hmm. Yes. I will wait for a few more seconds if you have something to say. We will have tonight what I call an evening with presence. We will speak about presence, but tonight in particular, we will speak about how to deal with negativity. And a technique, we could say a technique about transforming negativity into love. It was very strange, Reluca says, it was very strange to try to point the light on myself. It is very strange, Reluca. It is, it is a very strange thing to do. You cannot point the light. You can only, you radiate light. That's the discovery that we are like the sun. The sun can illumine everything except itself, because he's light itself. And we are like the sun. That's a wonderful discovery. You cannot point to yourself. You can only be yourself. You are a light. You are a radiance. We are the most beautiful radiance there is. And this radiance is love. But anyway, that has to be understood. Sibyl says, I had the feeling that I had to put the light off. In a sense, yes, it could feel that way, in a sense that attention is like a light. So it's like you point this flashlight everywhere, but then when you come to yourself, it's like if you had to put the light off, but it's like the flashlight trying to illumine the sun. That's the feeling. It's true, attention is like a flashlight. But it's a flashlight that when it turns to itself, what's the use of? There is no use of it. So you turn this light off. It's like, with a flashlight, if everything is dark, you point to everything. But then if you want to point to the sun, just as an example, you have to turn the flashlight off. Thank you, Reluk. Okay, so thank you very much. And please access it again, the meditation, and do it again. Do it as often as you want to, as often as you can, as often as you are interested. Thank you very much. It's really a pleasure for me to be here with you. I'm very glad that you're making the effort to be here, to do the meditation. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. And if you want to, please do give it a like. It's nice to see that people like it. Thank you. Have a very nice day. Ciao.